Hey guys, this is Eric, and today we're going to talk about a message I received in my DMs. So, someone left a hate message, and I usually block them, I never reply to them. But someone told me that since I do adult work, no one will ever like me, no one will ever love me, and no one would ever take me serious. That I was going to die alone. And I was like thinking, would it be so bad? Would it be so bad to die alone or to be alone? And I don't think so. I don't think that's the worst case scenario. I think there's something worse than dying alone, and it is dying with the wrong person, someone that you actually dislike or hate or can barely stand. Being by your side and you feeling trapped that you can't leave that relationship. Imagine being with the person that left that hate comment. Mm, that sounds terrible. I don't want that. So I was thinking, because I also have friends that constantly are looking for love, and there is this almost sense of desperation that you are trying to find your other half, that you don't feel complete. And society tells you that you are not. You're not complete unless you find your soulmate, that person that you're meant to be with. And I've dated, I've been in relationships before, and I think that we shouldn't be dating to fill out like a gap that we have in our hearts. I think that we need to think about, why do we hate so much being alone? Are we our worst company? Because I don't feel it. I've never felt that feeling of loneliness, that feeling of, oh my God, I need to be with someone or else. I need to be with someone. I can't enjoy my solitude. I've been single. I have been alone for as long as I can remember. I'm very independent. And I'm so independent that I left my country, my family, my friends. I literally said, you know what? I want to live in the United States and I'm leaving and probably gonna live by myself. I went to college. I've been by myself. So I don't think that when someone tells me, "Oh, you're gonna die alone," or "No one's ever gonna want you," I don't feel that bad because I have fun and I love being single. Like being single, there is some fun in it. There is some growth. There is some healing. There's something special about getting to know yourself and about being with you. Like you are your best company. And if I'm alone, I'm just gonna watch a show or do something. I don't know. I play video games. There's so many things. I'm never bored when I'm alone, and I don't feel that loneliness feeling, if that makes any sense. So when people tell me that, like, oh my God, I don't want to die alone, or that's my biggest fear, I'm just like, have you tried being with the wrong person? And today I'm gonna give you some tea, I'm gonna give you some drama, and I'm gonna talk about my past relationships because nothing embarrasses me more than the choice I've had for my past relationships. And it's one of the things that I'm just like, I'm just embarrassed. That's all I feel. I feel like, how did I choose to be with someone like that? How is it that I was able to, of all people that were around me, pick you and all the problems that these past relationships gave me, which is why I feel in a way that sometimes being single, it's better. Sometimes being alone, it's way better than being with someone toxic. And today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about my past relationships and probably I'll traumatize you a little with what happened and why I feel so much better now. Like right now, I'm not a cynic. I'm not saying that I don't believe in true love. I'm not saying that I don't want to be in love ever. I'm just saying that sometimes it's okay to be single. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I am a romantic. I believe in true love. I believe in, happily ever after and in all of those things. But I also believe that it's okay if you don't get that as well, or if for a period of your life you are single. I believe this video is going to be very chaotic and very crazy, and I'm here for it. So I'm just going to tell you about some relationships that they just didn't work out, but they made me feel like I'm better off alone. So this is what I'm doing today. I'm just being a romantic crusher. So my first serious relationship was in college, and I was a freshman. There was this guy who lived really close to college, and he was amazing. He was had a great job. He was a hunter. So he had a lot of prizes, like a lot of deer in his house, like he had hunted, like the horns and all that, and crocodiles. He was a fisherman. He was like so masculine and so manly. He could fix a car, do all the things, was extremely manly, also a power bottom. And I'm just being silly. And he was good. Like for the most part, he was super cool. I didn't have a lot of money while I was in college, so he would plan dates or give me some gifts here and there. So it was like really nice. Um, but he was an alcoholic. And in the beginning, I thought, he's just drinking. He's just like, having fun. You know, I don't care. I really don't care. I've never been an alcohol drinker myself, so I never drank. Never, I've drunk before like champagne in the past, stuff like that, but I'm not a drinker, so I don't drink at all. I don't like alcohol at all. There's nothing about alcohol that does anything for me. Like I've never been drunk. I just I don't even like the taste of it. I'm just like, cool, I'll have a juice. So he would get drunk. He would get really, really drunk whenever we would be out. And then he was not like a fun drunk. You know how some people get drunk and they're funny and they're like really silly? No, this was an angry drunk. So every time he would get drunk, he would get like belligerent, like someone that's like, trying to pick a fight or, breaking stuff. And he was like, like macho energy. And I was just like, oh my God, I just can't deal with this. And even if he would get drunk at home, he would have like this attitude, like it was like an attitude. And it got to the point that I was like, I don't think I like it when you're drinking and I'm around you because you change, you become super angry, and you say a lot of things. And he would say like the craziest things. Obviously, he would like apologize after, but I'm just like, is this something I want to be around? Do I want to be around a person that's angry? And, he would even get drunk at home in his house and then send me like angry messages, or like jealous messages or something. I'm like literally in college doing homework and he's like sending me this angry messages. It was crazy. Like he would say things that were crazy, like crazy. Like at some point he said like, I'm gonna shoot you know, so and so, and like, you're cheating me with so and so. And he had a lot of guns. And I was like, you know what? Probably this is not healthy. Like, after he sobered up, sending like those messages, I was like, this is not working for me. This is not gonna work. This is crazy. You're like threatening me. And, I don't take that lightly. Um, do not contact me again. I feel like at this point, I'm like, if you ever even glance at me, I'm taking this message to the police. And I was serious about that because I've had it. Like that was the point where I had it. And I was just like, this is not worth it. It's not worth, he was a great guy and he was handsome, beautiful, had like an amazing gym body. Like he was very attractive, cool. But it was just crazy. I just don't ever want to go through that again. I think it was like I don't know. I just even thinking about it, I'm like, why was with him? Like, why didn't I see him as someone that had an alcohol problem and that I shouldn't be around something like that? Like he would smash things and for the most part it was great, but that was something that I didn't want to be around it. I just didn't want to be around that. And that relationship is like, I didn't want to deal with that. I had a second serious relationship with someone else. And you guessed it, this is more traumatic things. I'm gonna tell you like three. I'm only gonna give you three, don't worry. So the second relationship I was with someone that was a friend. He was like a really good friend. We progressed into a relationship and it was good. This guy was like so smart, so cool. And I thought, wow, we have a lot of things in common. Like we're very into stuff. By the way, before I was into adult work, I was an engineer. So, and I was like in college. Again, I did like 4 years engineering and like a year and a half of a master. So I was very much into an engineer, and we were like very similar. Everything was like the same, and we were like really happy. We liked the same video games. We had like a really nice life, and I thought it was like really nice. Other people would call that maybe boring, but one day he wakes up and he tells me, "We should try drugs." And I'm like, interesting. No, no, thank you. But he was set on trying drugs and like doing them, and he was like he really wanted to try that. I'm like, okay, go for it. Like I don't care. It's not my body. I have no interest in doing something like that. And this is a guy that was like normal and like happy, and I thought he was okay. And but he had this curiosity. Fast forward, he did try them and it changed him. Like he changed, he became a total different person. The person that I knew was not there anymore. Like that was a total different person. He started becoming super crazy, going on like partying like extremely up like until the heavy hours. He stopped sleeping and then he started asking me for money and going crazy. He stole money from me, by the way. He stole like $25,000. I'm never seeing that money again, by the way. Stole stuff from me. And there I am, why are we doing this? This is not working. I'm just like, I'm leaving. This is not what I want. And it got physical to a point. Like it got to a point that he wanted like to fight me or something. I'm like, we're not fighting because this is crazy. We were in the middle of a trip, and that's when it was just like the craziest thing ever. And I was like, no, I don't need this in my life. I don't need this. I should be alone. I should be single. This is not the right person for me. And it ended with me going to a sheriff's office. I had to go to the police. I had to file reports, and I had to go to court several times. I'm not telling you all that went down with that one, but amazing legal trouble. Like I needed this man out of my life, and he just went too far. He took things too far. It's just like when you look at that and you're like, how did I pick that? Like how did I choose that? How did I make this mistake to be with this person for so long who just brought me all these problems? My third serious relationship was with someone that was amazing. Great on paper, great person, super attentive, nice, good heart, all of this. But he had untreated depression. He didn't want to go to therapy. He didn't want to get medicated. He didn't want to do anything. He would just wanted me to meet him at his depressive states. And I am probably toxically positive. All I want to do is look at the glass half full. I'm super happy. I'm always trying to be like, a happy person and do everything. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't just meet him and even though I understand and I have friends that are dealing with depression, I just couldn't be dragged into that state of mind constantly. And then he would tell me things like, "Oh, I want to get off this plane of existence." He wanted to like leave the planet constantly. I'm like, "You need help. You need to get a therapy and stuff like that." And it was crazy. Like I feel like out of all the relationships, that was the craziest one because I stayed there. I didn't want her to be a bad person. And like he would say things like, "Oh, if you leave me, blah, 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 I'm gonna go." And it got to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Maybe that's your destiny. Maybe that's your, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Because it was very manipulative of him to tell me like things like, oh, if you leave me so and so, you know what we're talking about here. And it was so sad. It was so crazy. Like at this point, I'm just like, I don't need this. I just don't need this. In my life, I've always been a balanced person. Like I eat healthy, I exercise, I pay my bills, I don't have any debt. I am someone that is always in balance, prioritizing being happy, being, you know, peaceful. I love life so much. I love exploring adventures and just being happy and like living life the good way. It's just, I don't have a lot of problems and I don't want them. I don't want problems in my life. I literally actively try to remove all problems from my life. And you will have them, but I'm always focused on being healthy, happy, and in peaceful, right? So that's why I don't think about, if I'm gonna get a boyfriend, it better be someone that is gonna add to my peace or add to my balance and not someone with a lot of problems. If I need someone to bring me problems, I'd get an enemy. I feel like getting an enemy would be probably more fun, right? Like, no. I feel like there are things that are worse than being single. And I love being single. I love being alive. I love life so much. I feel like every day is an adventure. And I'm not telling you to be celibate. I'm not telling you to be a cynic, not to believe in love ever again. I'm just telling you that for me right now, I think that the worst thing that can happen is for me to be in a toxic relationship. I don't ever want to deal with that. And I hope that the next person that I meet would add to my peace or add to my balance. I think this video is very rambly and it's a little crazy, but the conclusion of this video is you should be your best company. You shouldn't be feeling like you need to be with someone to function or to see the beauty of life. Sometimes just being by yourself and getting to know yourself better and being single has a lot of benefits. Maybe you need a time to heal, a time to grow, and a time to get to know yourself better. So don't be afraid of being single. And I'm not telling you to be celibate. You could literally make friends. You could hook up with people. You could do whatever you want. And I do those things. I love making new friends. I love, you know, great exercise, if you know what I mean. But I'm just like, sometimes you don't need to be in a relationship. It's okay to be single and it's okay to heal. It's okay to grow. And it's okay to just appreciate life from your point of view. That's all I wanted to say. And I'm not afraid of dying alone. I mean, what if I become a sorcerer and I go on a quest to throw a ring on a volcano and I never fall in love? That's Gandalf, by the way. So I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's okay. What are your thoughts about this? I really want to know if you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm a cynic, if you think I'm traumatized. Just let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this? Are you in love? Did you find true love? Or do you feel like society is putting a lot of pressure into us being in a relationship? Let me know in the comments down below. I really want to know. And subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get this YouTube money. So help me out here. And until I see you next time, have a good day. Bye.